because I mean, then what's the point of me making this video if I'm not going back to school, right? Advice on varsity boys: stay away from varsity boys. Have a budget. Between old friends versus new friends in varsity, who are more helpful? Dating easier. It makes exploring people that I'm talking to easy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. I'm back again with another video. A couple of days ago I asked my Instagram followers to send me questions so that I do a part 2 of the things I wish I knew before I went to varsity, but with your questions asked. So that's basically what we're gonna do. And I only have 40 minutes to get through this video and do my makeup. I've forgotten how to do my makeup, it's been that long. So without wasting any more time, guys, let me tell you, there's a limit to my tools, my makeup tools. I don't have everything that I need to have. I don't have no concealer brush, I don't have nothing. So if you are a makeup artist and you're a makeup guru and you're watching my videos, I already know that the things I'm using don't work. So I'm gonna make do with what I have. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down in life. Right now I'm not really down, but I'm not up either. Anyway, I'm gonna prime my face with this instant pore eraser from Maybelline. It's a primer. This is so thick on my skin. I don't know how I feel about that, but it really is so thick on my skin, but it's fine. It's worked before, so hopefully it will work again. How has school been? School has been difficult. The time I filmed that things I wish I knew before I went to varsity, I think I just completed my first year or something. I don't remember. I hope the noise from the aircon is not that loud. I think I just completed my first year, going to my second year. I'm not too sure, but yeah, school got harder as the months progressed and the semesters progressed. I'm now in my third year. In Jan I'm starting my final semester of my third year, so yeah, it got tougher. That's how it is, but we're pushing through. I am very grateful for the support system that I have to get through school and all of that. But yeah, hopefully my results are good this semester. Anyway, you guys asked the questions, so I'm gonna start answering the questions while I do my makeup. Somebody said, how is varsity so far? I already answered that question. I said it's hard. It's gotten harder over the years. I mean, over the semester, it's hard, but it's manageable. And I am not really in the depth of my pain. One other thing that I want to address is, like, guys, if you come to me asking me for material for what you are doing in first year, I'm in third year. I've deleted that material. I can't send it to you, and it's not because I'm refusing or what. I've deleted it from my laptop. I've long passed that stage. I don't have the information that you're asking me for, and I'm so sorry. Now it seems like I think 2 people have already asked me for this material on some. I want to revise in advance for the coming semester. Now it seems like I'm not allowing you. I'm refusing you to revise in advance. I'm not refusing you to revise in advance. I just can't give you what you're asking for, unfortunately. I don't have the material that you guys want from me. Somebody says, do you regret choosing the course you chose? I don't necessarily regret choosing the course I chose. I have no feelings towards it. I'm just like, okay, I chose this course, I'm managing, so it's fine. And yeah, I'm just okay, really. I have no regrets. I don't feel like, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, sometimes in the middle of the semester when it gets hard, I do feel like, oh, I'm gonna drop out. I can't handle this anymore. I'm gonna quit school. School is not for me. But I don't regret the course that I chose. I think it's a very good course, and yeah, that's just how I feel. What do you plan to do after varsity? I'm just a girl. I wish I knew what I plan to do after varsity, but I'm just a girl. I don't know. I literally don't have any plans. I am taking each day as it comes, and we'll see what happens when I'm done with school, which is pretty soon, so I'm gonna need to figure that out. Somebody's like, advice on varsity boys. Is Abafana Bamnandi. That's what I can tell you. Boys are delicious. I'm lying. Stay away from varsity boys. Advice on varsity boys. I'll pair it with the question that's asking me about, like, getting into a relationship when you get to varsity. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't advise anybody to get into a relationship in their first year. Yeah, in their first year in varsity. I don't advise that. I don't think it's a good idea. I think that is the time you need to take to explore yourself and what you want, you know, get to know yourself better, because you're transitioning from one stage of your life to another, and now you're going to invite someone in your space that you are also supposed to get to know, and you don't even know yourself like that. And yeah, that's the advice. If I could turn back the hands of time, which I can't, I wouldn't have gotten into a relationship in the first year of my varsity, because I didn't know who I was. So advice on varsity boys, just tread carefully. If you like the guy, then there's really nothing I can say to you, but just tread carefully. Be careful with what you do. Get to know somebody before you actually commit to them. Get to know the kind of person that they are. How do you deal with negative emotions during a busy semester? This is something I actually struggled with. This semester. My mental health was in the gutter for a lot of reasons that I'm not gonna share, but to be honest, I don't know. I would suggest your schools have, the varsity you go to has to have, without a doubt, it has to have student counseling services that are free. I think, I don't do this, but it's a suggestion. You can talk to your counselor at school, explain how you're feeling, get the help that you need. You can talk to your friends. I think it's very important for you to lean on your friends when you're going through a lot. Lean on them. No man is an island. You can't go through stuff alone. Guys, I don't know why I look the way that I look in this video. Let me see. I don't know, but in my mirror I just look okay. Like, I was saying that you need to talk to your peers and your friends. Lean on them where you need to, express what your struggles are. Those are the best ways of dealing with negative emotions. Personally, I just go to bed because I need to take a break from reality. I will sleep, but don't let them consume you. If I'm being honest, school is temporary, and you can't let it consume you to a point where it leads you to having negative emotions. And I'm assuming like really bad emotions, so you can't let it consume you to that point, to that extent. Ask for help, go for therapy. If you can afford therapy that is not free, that is not offered in school, and you don't want to go to the one in school, I do suggest that you make use of that. That is exactly how I think I would deal with it if I had to. How has dating life changed? I'm not sure how to answer this question. How has my dating life changed? I don't know. I guess it's changed for the better now that I'm in a better position. Now that I've gotten a bit older than I was back in high school or in first year, it has changed for the better. I am more aware of myself, and I'm, not entirely as self-aware as I would like to be, but for the most part I am aware. I'm not tolerating stuff that I would have tolerated when I was younger. I know the reasons why I am dating, and I have set, I don't want to call them rules or principle. I have set boundaries that I'm not crossing as I'm in the relationships that I'm in, that I would have crossed when I was in high school, because I'm much older and I kind of get it. So normally when I do my brows, I've started this thing of not drawing them like with a pencil. I just brush my eyebrows up in this manner, and then I fill them in with like a darker. How do I not have a spoolie? That is the one thing that baffles me the most. I fill them in with a darker eyeshadow color. Your outlook on life now versus then. My outlook on life now versus when I was younger. When I was in high school, I was in a very dark place in my life. I thought life was not worth the living. That's me being honest. I thought life was not worth the living. I thought everybody hated me. I didn't even like myself. I was just in a rut and in a very terrible place in my life. And I think growing up, I've learned to appreciate that there's bad moments and there's good moments in life, and bad moments don't necessarily define, like a bad moment is just a bad moment. It doesn't define my whole month, it doesn't define anything for me. So that's just what it is, and I've learned to take that for what it actually is, rather than feeling like my whole world is coming down and I just want to die. I don't want to die anymore. I'm trying to have a more positive outlook on life. That's just what I mean by that. I don't know if I'm answering this question correctly, but yeah. I want to change from accounting and finance to IFB. Kitswelele. To be honest, I can't give you advice on that because I'm doing IFB and I don't know anything about accounting and finance. I know absolutely nothing, and I can't advise you on that. I think you need to talk to your lecturers about that, explain to them why you want to do the switch from accounting and finance to IFB. Sit down with yourself and ask yourself why you want to switch from accounting and finance to IFB. Because if you're switching because you think one is easier than the other, I doubt it's a valid reason. I don't think that's a valid reason. Nothing is easier than the other. They're equally as hard. So I can't advise you on that. I think that one you need to talk to somebody that is more qualified than I am. What do you think you learned about yourself this year that brought a positive change in your life? I've also learned that it's okay for people not to like me. Is that something about myself? Yeah. I've also learned that not everyone is gonna like me, and that is okay, because it kind of eliminates the need to please people, and I'm feeling hot. It kind of eliminates the need to be pleasing people and doing weird stuff just to get people to like you. It's not important. Don't do that. And yeah, that is how it has impacted my life positively. I don't do things that are out of character to try and make people happy. Oh, oh no, oh god. My eyeshadow palette is broken. Yes, I stopped doing things that are out of character to try to get people to like me. It's not worth it. It's not. If you ever got the chance to redo this year again, would you? If not, then why? It's a 50-50 type of thing. It really is a 50-50 type of thing, in that I believe that the experiences you go through, guys, I can explain. This business that is going on here with this eyeshadow, it's a lot. I get it. Because I believe it's a 50-50 type of thing, because I believe that experiences that we go through teach us lessons that we need. Like, you don't go through something if you're not going to learn anything from it. However, some of the things that I went through this year were awful, and I definitely would want to go back and change the choices that I made that led me to the point where I had to go through those things. So guys, my eyebrow, look at how dark it is. So awkward. So awkward. Let me fix this. How do you recommend one budget their DTF check? Hey. I've said it in the first video that you need to be wise with the way you spend your money, because if you're not wise with the way you spend your money, you're going to be eating noodles for dinner every day. And not because you're craving them, but because it's a choice. I think it's very important to know what your expenses are. Have a budget. Know how much goes to your expenses, and live within your means also. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna struggle. Make a budget. Know how to spread your money out in percentages. Be like, okay, 10% is going to my savings, 10% is going to my oh yeah, there's a video that I'm gonna recommend for you guys. There's a video Balipi filmed when she was done with school, where she saved 100 pula for an entire. This is gonna be beneficial. I mean, you can start anyway, but I mean, for you to have the amount that she reached, you'd have to be starting your first year. So if you go on her channel, I'll try and put the link in the description below, where she talked about how she saved 10,000 pula because she was saving 100 pula per month. Go to FNB, open a savings account that you can access for a certain amount of time, and then that'll be your savings if you want to save. And then know how much you use for groceries. Live within your means. If you know you're paying rent, do the same thing. Know how much is going to rent, know how much is going to transport, and you'll be fine. You'll be okay. You'll survive. I mean, it's little, but it's enough. You can make do with what you have. Drugs, don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Like, I don't recommend. Drugs are not good. I sound like a parent, but they are really, what is the point? What is the point? Tell me why you're doing drugs. I mean, I don't judge people that do drugs and all. I get that life is hard and all, but like, before it gets to a point where you're an addict, ask for help. Seek help. Talk to someone about the fact that you're going downhill. How much do you think you have grown since you started? Boy, I have grown. Like, I have grown a whole lot. A whole lot. I am more mature than I was in high school. I am less angry than I was in high school. I am more vocal. I can stand up for myself more than I could in high school. Setting powder. Am I done with my makeup? I am more aware of myself. I am not scared of people, guys. I used to be, even like in my first year of varsity, I think that was the worst time of my life, actually, if I'm being honest. My first year, I hated it with everything in me. If I am being honest, I have grown a whole lot. I am a better human being now. I'm so hungry. That's one thing I know about myself right now. I'm not easily, what is it called? I don't fall for peer pressure easily. Like, yeah, I do sometimes, but like, it's better than it was in high school. I'm a better human being. I've grown a whole lot. How do you balance your business, school, and social life? By the way, guys, I have a business. Please support my business. I do nails, Angel Nails on Instagram. How do I balance my school life, my business, and my social life? When I started my business, I did struggle with finding balance because I was very excited about the fact that I was making a whole lot of bank. Like, I remember that time when the week that I started my business, I wasn't even reading. I wasn't even doing any schoolwork. I was making money. That was my goal. Make money and spend your money and eat your money. And yeah, that was that. But I think it's about priorities. You can't have all things falling on the same level. You need to prioritize. Like, for example, school comes before my business, school, and then my business, and then my social life, because I realized that my business really helps me when it comes to extra money and all of that stuff. And when it comes to my social life, I'm not much of a girl that goes out anymore. So I think that would fall under, it would go below school. It would go below social, I mean my business. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of prioritizing and choosing what's more important to you, really. That's how I try to balance it. I prioritize. When I'm writing exams, I don't do no business. I don't put clients, I don't take clients, I don't do none of that. I focus solely on my exams and my schoolwork. So it's about priorities and allocating your time wisely, which I really do suck at the moment, so I can't really give you advice, but that's what I plan on doing when I start the new semester. Are you happy with your course, and do you feel like it aligns with what you want for your future self? Am I happy with my course? I'm not necessarily, I wouldn't say happy. I wouldn't go to the extent of saying I'm happy. I'm content, I'm fine. Happy is a bit of a stretch. I'm okay. Does it align with what I want to do for my future self? Not necessarily, but what I want for my future self can be integrated into my course, I'd like to believe. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to figure it out once I'm done with school and how I'm going to merge the two things that I want for my future self. Do you think you can balance groove and school? Like I said, it all comes down to priority. I think you can balance anything with school. You can balance being in a relationship with school. You can balance groove with school. It all comes down to what do you prioritize most. But you just have to be smart about it. You just have to know what you want for yourself, and then it's possible. You can manage. I mean, I think hard work and no play makes John a dumb boy. I think that's what it says. So you can balance it. You just have to be smart about it. Have you lost any friends while navigating varsity? Yes, I'm not friends with the same people that I was friends with when I started school, because I think we're in different places in our lives. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's beef between us or what, but I think we're just in different places in our lives and we don't want the same things anymore. Maybe our friendships our friendship, our level of growth require us to be different people, and those different people don't serve each other in this time period in our lives, and it's okay. Okay, what were some of the challenges you faced when dealing with certain lectures? And some of the difficulties I personally faced with lectures was them not explaining things in full detail, like to the extent that I wanted them to explain them to me, so that I get it and I know what I'm doing in my coursework, for example. But what is going on here, actually? Tell me right now. Yeah, I don't even remember others at the top of my head, because I never really put that into my mind. Was it a good idea to be a lone wolf? I don't think I'm a lone wolf. I don't even understand what that question means. I'm not a lone wolf. Between old friends versus new friends in varsity, who are more helpful? Who were and are more helpful when in need? You know, I've always struggled with friendships in my lower years of life, in my younger years of life. So who are more helpful when in need are my varsity friends. I think I'm very grateful for the friendships that I've formed in varsity compared to the ones that I had in high school, because what was high school? What was that? What friendship was that? What level was that one? So I think the friends that I formed in varsity are more helpful in the situations that we find ourselves in nowadays, because we do find ourselves in some situations. I look so orange, I look so yellow. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if I'm supposed to look like that, but I'll fix it. Is your varsity safe compared to others? In my opinion, it is. I think the one varsity I can say I can compare my varsity to is UB, because that's the one that I know and that's the one that I've been to, and I chose to go to BAC because I felt like UB was too big for me, and there's so many things that are happening in UB. You go on Facebook, somebody's killed, there's robbers, there's always something weird going on in that school. So in my opinion, and I'm not dragging the school or anything of that sort, but in my opinion, my varsity is safer than the rest of these varsities. So yeah, that's just it really. That's how I feel about my varsity experience thus far. It's been okay. I've learned to save. You need a side hustle. That's one thing. That's one other thing that I've learned. You do need a side hustle. You can't rely on allowance. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you can plan it, you can say, you can budget it, but it's not enough. If you want to go out and be grooving, find a side hustle, plait people's hair, do people's nails, do people's lashes. I know people do people's lashes. I'm gonna be using these lashes from clicks to complete the look. Anyway, we've come to the end of the video, and this is the final look, and thank you so much for watching. If you've come to this far in the video, thank you, and please make sure to leave a comment down below. Guys, please comment on my videos. It really helps with my engagement and recommending the video to other people. I really did try to answer them to the best of my ability, and that's the best that I could do with the time that I had. So yeah, that said, I will see you in the next one.